Welcome to RCTV2 News. I'm Colby Hunter, and today, Biden's efforts to protect abortion access hit roadblocks. The Biden administration is still actively searching for ways to safeguard abortion access for millions of women, even as it bumps up against a complex web of strict new state laws enacted in months after the Supreme Court stripped the constitutional right. Looking to seize on momentum following a midterm election where voters widely rebuked tougher abortion restrictions, there's a renewed push at the White House to find ways to help women in states that have virtually outlawed or limited the treatment and to keep the issue top of mind for voters. In reality, though, the administration is shackled by a ban on federal funding for most abortions, a conservative-leaning Supreme Court inclined to rule against abortion rights, and a split Congress unwilling to pass legislation on the matter. Meanwhile, frustration is on the ground in the most abortion-restricted states is mounting. In other news, FedEx driver arrested in connection with the death of a missing 7-year-old girl. Students at more than 20 school districts across Texas wore pink Monday in honor of 7-year-old Athena Strand. She disappeared outside of her home last Wednesday, and 2 days later, Athena's body was found. And authorities arrested a FedEx driver for her murder. CNN's Ed Lavendra reports. On this driveway outside of a town called Paradise, Texas, investigators say that 7-year-old Athena Strand was abducted last Wednesday. Authorities say 31-year-old Tanner Lynn Horner, a FedEx delivery driver, kidnapped her, and she would never be seen alive again. For 2 days, hundreds of community members, like Mary Stapleton, joined in the search for Athena in this area, northwest of Fort Worth, and she was saying that we searched every morning, every evening, in between, went and searched everything, and we thought we were going to have a different outcome. Well, that's me, Colby Hunter, for RCTV2 News. Have a great day.
This is RCTV2 News. I'm Derek Scott reporting live with the sports today. Today, I'm going to talk about LeBron James chasing history in the NBA.
LeBron James is undoubtedly the best active basketball player in the NBA, and some fans even argue that he's the greatest of all time, or the GOAT, as the internet calls him. And well, considering his performance and the kind of numbers that he scored, it all makes sense. One question arises with someone of his talent, though, breaking record after record. When will LeBron James pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's all-time scoring record?
LeBron James set his sights on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, NBA current all-time leading scorer, after passing Karl Malone for the second place on the career regular season points list. Since breaking Wilt Chamberlain's previous record on April 5th, 1984, Abdul-Jabbar has been the player with the most career points 8 months before LeBron James was ever born. LeBron James is now 908 points short of Abdul-Jabbar's career points record. LeBron James has a chance to break the record February the 9th versus Milwaukee Bucks. LeBron James has missed 6 games already this season, which jeopardizes his chances to break the record if he continues to miss games. He has another chance to break the record on March the 12th versus the New York Knicks if he stays on pace with his career point average, 27.1 points a game. LeBron James has always been a stud in the NBA ever since entering the league in 2003, which he scored his career lowest 20 points a game. LeBron James has always averaged 25 points or more ever since his second season in the NBA. I'm Derek Scott reporting live with the sports of RCTV News.
Greetings, this is your entertainment news. On today's topic, Emancipation film producer gives a wholehearted apology for showcasing a gruesome image of enslaved man during the movie premiere. Just last week on November 30th, 2022, producer of new Apple original biopic, Joy McFarlane, had premiered Emancipation in Los Angeles, California. This action bio depicts the untold story of escaped former slave whom famously received the name Whip Peter, best known for his image of the harshly whipped back. Now, Mr. McFarland film has 3 major backlash controversies. The first controversy is the main actor played by Will Smith. Now, we all know the incident that happened at the Oscars when Mr. Smith makes a career-halting decision to defend his wife by slapping host and comedic relief of the 2022 Oscars, Chris Rock. Mr. Smith has been under a lot of criticism and lost many deals and sponsorships due to the incident, and this is his first time back on the screen. The second controversy is that the film critics say is not accurate. This is due to the fact that historically there is no knowledge or documentation or any information on Peter after his time in the war. So the movie is dramatized and over-exaggerated in some ways. The last and main controversy is Mr. McFarland's display of the original image of the whipped man in the public eye of the premiere. Even though the picture represents the film, many are offended by his act. Mr. Farland feels photos like Peter's have been preserved and protected for far too long and forgotten or hidden, and wants to shed light on the individuals who are historically overlooked. Mr. McFarland issued an apology to the masses explaining his meaning on bringing the photo to the red carpet, which states, "I wholeheartedly apologize to everyone who I have offended by bringing the photograph of Peter to the Emancipation premiere. My intent was to honor this remarkable man and remind the general public that his image is not only brought about change in 1863, but still resonates and promotes change today." He also plans to donate the photos to his respective institution, and also saying through his research for the film he discovered photographs of overlooked and historically important individuals whose stories should be told. For more updates, stay tuned to RCTV 2. This is Devin Brown.
This has been RCTV2. I'm Colby Hunter.
Dear Scott.
I'm Devin Brown.
Good night.